irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
Well, I'm just going to be behind the scenes, but...
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Excellent, guys. Welcome to the show. It's a special show. We just did an episode with Chris Tice for 10 minutes and then Theo Manhattan for 50 minutes. And now we have Kato Kaelin.
Yes, 16 minutes.
16
I'm actually in my 16th minute of fame. There we go. Not 15, baby. 16th minute.
All right.
But Kato, thanks so much for doing it. Ever since I got the show, I've been writing you to say do the show, and it's been like 4 years of phone tagging.
Has it been 4 years?
It's been a while.
Bumped into him. Maybe you don't remember. It was
Yeah,
Norm. We were in the parking lot.
Oh, at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw someone posted actually about ask him about Norm and our fallout. There's no fallout. We just got busy in life.
Wait,
so
you guys had a fallout?
No, that's someone put that in there. Ask him. They directed it to you.
Oh,
but I know when I saw him there at the Comedy Store when you were there. No, it's just life is just relationships. You don't go out as much, and
yeah. Well, the one thing about Norm is he'll talk to you every day for like 6 months, and then he won't talk to you for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
actually, he called me the day you did the night at the Ice House we were performing,
right,
to make sure that you win.
Really?
I said, yeah, I can't stuff the ballot box, but you're great. I gave you the ultimate 5 stars on everything.
You're awesome. Speaking of
Keith Reza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was you. I gave you 5 stars. There you go.
But speaking of it, because I tried to do it, I did it last night to try and win it this year, and I didn't even place. But Theo placed.
Yay.
Yeah. So
Theo, let's talk to you instead of Keith.
Yes,
I want to talk to winners.
Well, it's good to be here, the real star of the show.
Do your stuff.
There you go.
But
guest spot.
Yeah, I got 3rd place in the 2 years and under category.
Oh, that's fantastic.
did you think
Amazing show.
Did you think that was a little hard judging the comedy because like there's so many comics and they only do like 3 minutes? It's like
well, they asked me to judge it. I don't like that because everybody's that whole I'm a winner, so everybody's winning.
Yeah.
It's too tough.
Yeah.
Hard. And I also think it's like in your entertainment, you uplifting, don't downlift. You got to uplift and make everybody feel great. It's like,
yeah.
It's the same thing as when I won my Oscar. I said, please, they're all great actors. I got supporting actor for the OG thing. The best documentary. I'm in it, so I get best supporting actor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Found it, baby. Come on.
Yeah,
Put down your menu there. I'm not going to order food. But he's taking notes. He's taking notes on the show.
Fries.
Oliver Peoples. Come on.
And I don't know.
His glasses.
Back waiting tables.
No, but yesterday one of the judges was Greg Dean. Do you know Greg Dean?
Was it Nixon during the Frost debates?
I don't know.
Which Dean was that? Howard Dean.
Howard Dean. Yeah.
Howard.
Was it a relationship?
No.
What is he doing at the Ice House?
Well, Greg Dean, he wrote all these how to do stand-up books, and he teaches classes at the.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I do the set, and I had a bad set. I'll be the first to admit it.
I don't buy that. But
so I had a bad set. I was very down, and he comes up to me. He's like, Keith Reza. I was like, yeah. He was like, you were great. I was like, oh, thanks. He's like, you should take my classes. It's like, wow.
That's a hard one,
that actually was first place.
Yeah.
Go to Greg Dean's classes.
Yeah, I was like,
acting.
I was like, okay. But Alan is so thrilled that you're here because
I'm thrilled too. Thanks a lot.
Because he was like, when I told him you were doing it, he was like, yeah.
Kato, because I was there when it was all happening, and Kato had such a good sense of the time, and I wanted to talk to him about how he understood the timeline of just Brentwood and that whole scene. And since I'm trying to write a thriller about L.A., it's funny because you have the Kardashians, and he was in the period,
right?
And that's what makes a part of who he is.
You have to give Kato a part in this movie if he answers any of these questions.
Actually,
I would love to.
I'm trying to think of the writer's name. I stayed in touch with him, and he wrote a book called Mulholland.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland.
Not Drive. It's a murder mystery, but it has to do with the crime, the Brentwood.
Right.
He was written up in Playboy, and so I met him at the mansion. I'm name dropping here.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, so when I would go there, he'd always go, God, he gave me his book, and I can't think of his name. It's called. Is it called Murder in Brentwood? I don't know. Someone
Sure.
wrote that
Right.
already. Anyways,
I'm sure that you must get hit up by writers.
just girls. That's me. Come in. Hey, whoa, what's going? Chris Tidy's supposed to do another 10 minutes. Hey, Chris, get in here. Video's done.
Take Alan Lee's seat.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm gone here. I'm taking notes.
No, but yeah, I not so much hit up on, but I do. I'm doing stand up tomorrow.
Sure.
I'm emceeing a
beautiful.
huge show at a huge charity down in Temecula.
Yeah.
I call it the
Temecula.
Spectacular. And so I have to address the elephant in the room, and I always do the quick 3 minutes. If you don't know who I am, if you know who I am, I've got to put as much as I hate talking OJ, but I have to put that out there because, I'm not a fool. People know me from that.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish it was from something else, but it's not, and I accept it, and there's nothing I can do to change it.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
you get
isn't
a lot
that-
of haters.
Isn't that fun, right?
it's
Isn't
hated
that
love.
Melissa Greenberg's
Yeah.
show?
For Yellow Ribbon.
She hosted the contest last
Oh,
night.
Yeah, she does it she hosts the comedy contest all the year. She said great things about you. Keith, not so much.
She said Keith should take Greg Dean's class.
She said,
There you go.
actually,
He needs to take
she
that
actually
class.
said, I sit right behind Keith in class. No, Keith, you're great. You know that. Everybody here. It's a great show they put on.
Yeah, it
You know,
was
so-
fun.
And Dante's fantastic. Rebecca, they're all, what a great thing they do.
Yeah.
The whole community of just putting up this thing with all these comedians, like 45 comics, right?
Yeah, that's a lot. But do you enjoy doing stand-up?
I enjoy more. I'm on the road. I don't know if you know. I do
Yeah,
a
yeah,
show
I
for
know.
Wizard World, and Wizard World is Comic-Con, and I travel
Oh,
everywhere, and I
Comic-Con.
MC on the entertainment stage
Ah.
while there's people from the Justice League,
Mm-hmm.
Captain America's there. There's all major A-list celebrities there, and then I had this main stage where I am they're doing America's Got Talent, basically, where I'm Tyra Banks with a very large penis. I'm kidding. I've seen her.
It's
Does
quite
she
a
have
visual.
one? Yeah. So, and then we just we in every city
Yeah.
we go to, we have a
Yeah.
booker that gets the best of that city. So we'll do a 90s band while people are getting autographs. So it's an all entertainment theme. For instance, I was just in New Orleans, and the New Orleans Convention Center is 1 mile long.
Yeah.
That's it. They have like 10 conventions going in, but ours was the biggest there. So the stage we have the best juggler, the best. We have magic shows, so it's continuous. While, like, if you're there, Keith, you'll go, oh, let's see what's at the entertainment stage. Okay, now let's meet Jason Momoa, the Aquaman, and let's get autographs.
Yeah.
So it's an all inclusive.
Sure.
It's so much fun, and I love meeting people in these cities because I feel like when you're in LA, and I love LA, but it's jaded. It's jaded for me. I don't know. I don't know.
It's
what for you
jaded
guys.
for
But sometimes
me,
people are, like I said, I accept who I am, and I got famous from a horrible situation.
and you did-
nothing I can do, so people go, oh, screw that guy.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people also like me too.
And you're such a nice guy.
I feel like I'm from Wisconsin.
And
I
you
was
are. There you go. Sure.
4 brothers, 2 sisters, just very, very, very loving family. As a matter of fact, when I moved to California, I didn't even know, never saw a divorce, what it was. Or anything. It's very, very different there.
Right.
I mean, it's
That's great.
obviously
I
that
love
was
you
in
said that.
19,
Yeah.
like 84. So I'm like, oh, this is so different. I love LA, but it's very,
Me too.
it's
I'm from
so
Texas,
homey
and I
to
did-
have
exactly.
the state of Wisconsin
if
behind
you're
me.
from here, you guys that they're native Los Angelinos, okay, and we're transplants, but we become Angelinos. We still have a little filter,
Oh yeah.
you know.
I follow the satellite. I still watch all Wisconsin TV. I mean, I watch everything, but I still am.
That's great.
I was
Yeah.
just back, and I was blessed enough. I just shot all these commercials there. So when I go back there,
Yeah.
then they're law commercials. Thank you. Well, go
Law
figure.
commercial, I love that, yeah.
So we do these commercials, and then when I go back
Sure.
there. It's nothing like it from the Packers to the
Sure.
Brewers. They're all and I embrace them and I
Yeah.
follow them, and I'm very very adamant about God, this team sucks,
Yeah.
or I'm so into sports
sure.
that because I was raised that way.
Sure.
Because when it's cold, you watch TV there.
Yeah.
Very different.
You were talking about how what you're famous for. When I was a kid, that whole trial happened, and I remember like I was 6 or 7, and I remember my parents would watch the trial on TV, and I don't know what's going on, you know what I mean, because
Yeah.
I'm so young. I was like, when's that long-haired blonde guy coming back? like your hairstyle was like my, So,
The
years you were-
so
do
many
you ever
stories.
get stories like that?
Oh my God, I hear that all the time.
Oh, do you?
Well, we're 6 or 7 years. It's a great story. I'm a name drop, but Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings and all these movies. We did some event, but I'm riding on the bus, and this was the greatest thing I've ever heard. He said when he was with his kids, they kept going, because he was watching.
Yeah.
He was going, Daddy, when's the long-haired guy coming on? So, Daddy, I like that Kato. Sean said that my kids just gravitated towards you. And so when I do these Wizard World shows, it's a lot of kids dressed as Captain America or Spider-Man and Iron Man. They're all dressed as these characters. And at every night we do a special kids contest, and that's my favorite part of the show, making the kids believe that they're the character, and the parents go gaga, they go crazy filming that, and it's jam-packed, and the kids, I say, do your best Deadpool, and they're laying on the stage. There's nothing like it. So I'm glad you said that it was 6'7", because I think the generation is now, you are it. So.
Yeah. But I mean, I just because I had long hair too, you know what I mean? So it wasn't as long as yours was, but like
when you were 6 or 7?
Yeah,
dude, you're rocking there.
Yeah, so I was like,
forget comedy, get the band.
Yeah, I remember I was like, I want to be like the guy on Fox every day, the guy.
Styling.
Yeah. And I never, it's funny because obviously everything was doing magazine shoots or doing whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
You don't want to, and people would come up to you and say, I'll give you money to wear a shirt, or they'll give you money if you do your hair here and all that. So all these things I never would do, because then it would make me look like, I'm really capitalizing. That's the last thing I want to do. But people still thought, he's capitalizing. I didn't. I was just me, I swear to you.
People really do that to you? They offer you money for that?
That's
awesome.
I
think it's very good.
Or you get perks of getting if you wanted to get your hair cut or something like that. And I was like, I can't do this.
You're so nice.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Well,
everybody's out there going, I wonder when the next murder trial will be.
Ouch.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
Dark humor.
Yeah.
And that's Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Part of it.
I mean, let's face it, though. I mean, I really think this entire nation, we're just so immune to death, and nothing can surprise you anymore with shooting. Nothing can. The OJ thing is almost 23 years ago, and you're look at everything that's happened from bombings and school shootings. It's like, this is really, really bad.
Now, do you think if the OJ thing happened during this time, do you think it would be a big deal like it was back then?
I think so. There's nothing that's ever happened like that. Was the first. First of its kind.
Thank you for saying that.
A race.
Exactly.
It's Shakespearean.
Yeah. I was going to make a note of that, because how many times do we actually have a celebrity murder somebody or be completely a suspect in a murder of that type? If you look through the books, it's all the stars that you say, well, it's not that many.
Well, and it's also during the hours of soap opera, so it became a TV soap opera to people. Sure. I was a character.
Yeah.
Spicoli, but I was a character. From Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I was like, this character, Kato, who is this? So
the long hair.
Like.
But it's like an urban, weird Hollywood thing, and it's bigger than life.
Yeah.
So and that's it. And then it was the first televised, and all the elements kind of were the stars aligned for something like that to happen. And now you see don't televise it anymore, or all these things that kind of happened with it.
A comic last night actually did a joke about OJ, how they were so shocked because he was such a great comic actor from the movies, and I was thinking all the movies he did were terrible.
Yeah, he was making a joke, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I was like,
all the naked guns are funny, but he was not.
But I was like,
Leslie Nielsen was the star.
OJ was just the guy who was like his detective buddy, right?
The Hertz.
Yeah, he was.
He's Nordberg.
Yeah,
but it wasn't funny.
I was like, that joke makes no sense because he was a terrible actor in those movies. It's not like Kareem in Airplane, you know what I mean?
Same guys did those.
And
they're from Milwaukee.
It's that interesting, Wisconsin.
The Zucker brothers.
Zuckers. I went to high school with Zuckers. Went to. I'm very much in touch with David. David Zucker and I are buddies. And that's why I got basketball, but just the little scene. But David, I have my Sports Haters TV show. It's on Dish. David did that show, and the unbelievable stories he has, and he went to Shorewood. He's older than me, but it's just a mile away from where we live from each other. And so meeting him, because I adore the Zuckers and Jim Abrams, they started the Kentucky Fried Movie up at University of Wisconsin-Madison. So it all started that way with the comedy of Airplane nowadays, and now what's developed in different comedies. From then
it's
on.
totally different style from But
as a matter of fact, Dumb and Dumber.
You read?
Dumb and Dumber. I was really close to getting something Dumb and Dumber. I tested for it and everything, and then the murders happened that week, and my life stopped.
Wow!
But the Farrelly brothers, I end up meeting one of the Farrellys at the Super Bowl, and had one of the best times at dinner with him. But when they did Dumb and Dumber, they called David to get tips on how to direct.
Right. Oh,
So
really?
it's
Interesting.
yeah.
Wow.
Because that was sort of like Airplane, the Dumb and Dumber in '94 was sort of that new genre of,
Yeah.
Jim
The
Carrey
the
right.
slapstick.
blew up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But now that's like with all what's going on with all the allegations, like Hollywood wants to stay away from humor like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's funny
Yeah.
with all the Harvey Weinstein stuff. That's like another reality show.
Weinstein also, think about with every time there's a story that comes out, you don't know, whatever fake news is and all that, but then you see that Jim Carrey was he's being sued for investigation for someone he was dating, and then you look at all these. I could go on. I'm trying to think of other things that are going on with an actor. That all these
just
allegations
the
that keep coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre. It's like, what do you say?
Yeah.
How do you post? I got to be. That's what the social media.
Because everything could haunt you too.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh,
like,
yes. It's that whole.
And in text form too. I've had many relationships break up because of a text. A text is not
a breakup.
You cannot. People can't interpret a text.
Yeah.
From how you would say a joke.
Thank
that
you.
Blows. And I get into so many arguments. I go, oh, you didn't get. There's a pause. Take a beat.
Yeah.
You got a text and screenplay form.
Yeah, same exact with me, because we follow each other on Twitter. Sometimes like when I post something and people will be like, oh, that's too depressing. I was like, oh no, that's a joke. Like I don't know how to tell when I am sad when I'm trying to be funny. You know what I mean? So it's like I think maybe I should just quit all social media because the texting form is just like
I think there's I don't know what's going on, but there's something with the Facebook. I know we're on Facebook Live, but there's something bizarre going on. I don't know what it is, because it seems like in the last 2 months, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, it's 90% really negative things are being posted.
Yes.
So I don't know if this is like you don't know what to believe. I mean, negative. And I noticed from 6 months ago,
it's all positive.
I would get like 600 or whatever would go on.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I go, this is really bizarre. I'm not getting anything on Facebook. And I'm like, something happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
And it's like, did we oversleep on what happened?
Yes.
Like,
did
I miss
took
this? A night off
and what's going on? Is there something with Facebook now? They can put you in like a Facebook jail. I see people posting jokes.
Yeah.
That's awful.
If you like curse
terrible.
too much on a status, or if you say like
get
like something really bad about a political figure or something, which is weird because everyone is doing that.
Get a traffic
and by the way,
ticket.
we should put props to Theo for just filming this thing on the Steadicam.
Yeah. That's great.
He's
Yeah.
just
Look at
amazing.
That.
Look,
It's just wow.
His camera work is amazing.
Thank you, Theo. Great job.
I'm gonna have a dolly in here too.
Yeah, I love that.
Spin around.
The reason why we were doing the Facebook Live is because the director of the show, he's like, you should probably do Facebook Live. Get those numbers up, man. I was like, so like everything's about a number. I was like, I just want to talk, because I do the podcast to because when I'm down, I like to listen to people I like and admire, and it cheers me up.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's about relaxing.
I guess that was relaxing music.
There you go. Isn't that a wonderful?
I don't know
wonderful.
Liberace just walked in.
But do you ever do that? Because some people will listen to music when they're sleep to try and sleep. I listen to talk.
I actually have the terrible sleep habits, and sleep habits are kind of ruining my life. And I travel a lot. These time zones are horrendous for me. So I bought the app that plays the ocean music. The whole thing.
Does that work?
Yeah, it kind of works.
Yeah.
It does work. And when you get sleep deprivation, which I have, it's really incredibly tough for me, because I like to work out in the morning.
Yeah.
So if I do Cleveland next week, I go, and then it's a 3-hour time difference, and they book all morning radio
Stuff.
TV I do. So, and I'm not complaining, but it's 6 a.m., which is 3 a.m. I work up, so it's 1 a.m. to do a quick workout, you get picked up, and you do a show, and then you are on stage 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much a wipeout after the 3 or 4 day event.
Yeah.
And you got to really be up.
Because that's what they want.
Yeah.
And you're like,
which I love, and it's.
But you're an up guy anyway.
Yeah,
I've never seen you be mean to anybody. You're always
I hate mean.
Yeah,
very positive.
You're so nice to everybody.
I honestly believe in this, and my parents have passed away, but I'll tell you, I always say this. I rarely saw my mom and dad really argue or fight. But if they ever did, I never not saw them coming up and hugging and everything's better now, a big kiss. So I think when you're raised and you see it all the time, sort of
nice.
like, okay, that's my
That
being
is
too.
nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
See-
not corny. I would just,
No,
but it's
but
really
it's
sweet,
true.
and that's what
It's
I really
true.
like being back when I go back to visit
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's that
That's
feeling.
so nice.
Have you guys been to there? Milwaukee?
No.
It's a
I have to
bar
say
town,
no.
and you go. People
Sure.
don't care who you are. They'll go like, "Hey, come on, let's have a beer," or even if you don't drink, "Come on, let's have something to eat." And it's all about that.
Isn't
Yeah,
it all
I'm a-
about
I'm a
cheese
Minnesotan.
too?
What's that?
I'm a Minnesotan.
There-
Oh yeah,
there's-
well, I go to Minnesota a
There you
lot.
go.
Yeah.
Are you from Minneapolis?
An hour and a half south of
Oh.
Minneapolis, Rochester.
I'm sure one of your friends and our friends is Nick Swartzen. Big
Yeah.
sports.
Oh, I love Nick
Nick is definitely he's a St. Paul guy.
Yeah. But Wisconsin has a lot of cheese, right?
They do have a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
It's the dairy state. Come
Is
on.
it?
Yeah, because my dad, my biological dad, lives up there, and I visited him once, and he's like, "Hey, let's go to this restaurant. They have good cheese." I was like, "What?"
It's all different type of cheese.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just thought that was just so random. Like, and then like we'd go to get dessert. He'd be like, "Oh, this place has dessert. They have the best apple pie, and they have good cheese on the pie." And we're like,
Cheese in the pie. They do that also.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised he didn't take you out for custard. That's right. It's a big custard state.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the frozen custard. It's huge.
Oh, that
It's-
sounds-
by the way, the
sounds delicious.
weight is very much when a girl breaks her water. It's actually gravy. They're much bigger there, which is great. So
it's-
I'm pregnant. Hey, what's going on? 17 and pregnant. That's not even my joke. It's my joke now.
Yeah.
It's a joke, but it's true. There, it's the eating is a sport. The
Yeah,
exercise
sure.
is chewing, and I
Yeah.
mean, God, I got to write this stuff down. I'm on fire.
Told you to bring it.
Take
Notes,
Alan's
you can
Yeah,
take
yeah.
notes.
menu thing.
Yeah, it's no onions. I hate onions. Allergic to onions. Yeah. So, but having said that, it's just a great friendly
Yeah.
state.
You know, there's an article, a book about Denmark, where they talk exactly about what you're talking about. And they say that people are very happy in Denmark because they have this cozy thing in the winter, and they relate to people just like you're talking
Yeah.
about, and that the whole country is supposedly happier than other people.
Yeah, I don't know about those countries only because
But I
it's that
wonder.
all dark.
Yeah,
You have those
maybe they
Norway
have
and
to.
Denmark. It's
They
like
have to be
my
cozy.
God, it's dark for 4 months. I'm sorry.
So they have to be friendly and cozy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that. It's like Vegas. Monday we're dark. Oh no, I'm depressed. They're Monday dark
Yeah,
for 4
that's-
months.
Kato, I have a question about the series because I just want to know your opinion on it. The People versus OJ.
The FX series.
Yeah, the FX series.
Oh, interesting. That's what I was going to say.
Like I said, I know everything I know from the trial basically just from that series, and I don't think it was all 100% true, you know.
Yeah, no.
But what do you think about John Travolta? He sounded like he kind of acted like overacted, and then he kind of like just like was that like
Well,
you know what I mean? Like I was like.
It was. I don't know why he's cast as Robert Shapiro, but then again, I think he was a producer on the film, so I
Yeah.
thought he had his pick.
But do you think it was a little weird?
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you guys know, I wrote articles on it on the New York Daily News.
Oh,
it
did you?
started as one article, became 10 because they liked it. So I think I even said after seeing the first 3 episodes, because I had the screeners, I said it's too much Kato for Kato, because they were putting scenes in I'm not even in.
Right.
But they are also, and Travolta. You know, I commented about Cuba Gooding as OJ, and I didn't really wasn't mean all that, but then I saw that he said something about me this is like when it was airing on Entertainment Tonight or whatever, about my comments about it. But I was in that, so my opinion was what I saw.
It was real, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought
I would have recast a Cuba if I was like
he's a OJ had his head was like a planet.
Yeah.
I mean, NASA could do orbits around. He had this huge head. Not that
Yeah.
you know Kubo's going to make his head bigger for this role.
Right.
You know, he's an actor. He can become that role.
Sure.
I mean, he's fine. He was.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
the standouts though were Courtney Vance and
Yeah.
Sarah Paulson.
Wow.
But Travolta was. Yeah, I don't think it was a strong link.
Yeah.
In it.
Okay, so
I
it
gotta
wasn't
look at the-
just a me thing.
Yeah.
because
No, I think a lot of people. Thought that he
Okay,
was just,
excellent. Because like I love John Travolta, but I know him from Grease, and when I'm seeing him like trying to
Grease,
control,
go out more. Grease is actually during the trial. My God, you were 6 or 7 when Grease.
so like I'm thinking he was so good in Grease, and now he looks so old and fat, and like I don't know.
And, you know,
forget.
you're thinking, you should have said a Barbarino. Welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome back.
I love
We're
him
back
too
to
and all that,
Race.
but I was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, because Robert Shapiro didn't he didn't come across as Robert Shapiro, but
Yeah.
it was nominated for like 17 Emmys and won 8, I think. It's like, they know what they're doing. And Ryan Murphy, who did that, is now doing the Versace one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Do you think they'll do the sequel to the series?
to the OJ?
Yeah.
You mean the robbery in Vegas?
Yeah. Vegas Part 2.
Yeah.
In jail for robbing
I think
shirts.
O.J. Simpson writes this book. Can you imagine? He writes a book called "If I Did It." It was back in the day. Remember when you get that? I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, wow.
Someone
What a
published that.
title. What a
Yeah.
title. If I Did It.
Yeah.
Said he never wrote a book before, but he sold a story to 12 people. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
He bought Hey, it is Facebook Live.
Oh,
I'll be
my
right
God.
back.
What about the guy who played you?
Billy Magnuson. He was more than kind in an interview he did. He didn't want to meet, which I don't know. I mean, if you're an actor, I think no
He's
matter
just
what you want to
afraid
meet,
to
whether you want
see.
your opinion, but he had his
Wow.
choice made. He didn't want it to influence his choice. And then he came on some interview with People Magazine or online. He was saying all these great things like, "Oh my God, I love this guy."
Yeah.
And I have a clothing line called Slacker, slackerwear.com. It's men's robes and all the pants, the sweatpants come with a TV remote pocket, so you
That's
never lose
cool.
it.
Oh, cool.
And
I know
so
about that.
he
Yeah.
bought everybody, cast and crew, the wardrobes.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I know.
man.
I was like, wow,
Yes.
that guy is
Even John
Nice.
Travolta got one.
everybody.
Oh, that's
XL.
Yeah.
According to you, I love
bit,
John.
yeah, a little bit of a large.
He's got a six-pack stomach. Says Budweiser. No, he's got six. I like John. I love John. He's
Nice
great.
guy.
But when I found
Is
out,
there any castings going? I love John Travolta. He's fantastic. I got a friend writing a book about Brentwood.
There you
You're
go.
cute.
I'm
You're cute.
fantastic.
You're cute, Alan.
There you go.
Kato, is there an effects series that you would want to see? Like what do you think should be next after Versace?
You know what? I've got to kind of.
was that a question we got?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Somebody's asking about the.
I think you got to go back and look at all the whatever huge crimes that kind of changed
Yeah,
everything. Like,
right, right.
Timothy McVeigh probably.
McVeigh's another one.
It's sort of like one of these things
Oh,
of
boy.
what goes through his mind. The Unabomber. There's so many different. You look at these people. They're all have their life that's going on. And the interesting thing is what was the trigger or what happened with these people.
Sure.
So believe me, there's enough. The number one genre on TV is true crime.
Yeah.
True crime is
Yeah,
all about.
true crime is,
I'm knocking on wood now. I wrote something, and it's now being looked at, and it's called "Wrong Place, Wrong Time," where you're on the sidelines of crime, of how someone's life can change by having nothing to do with it. Ancillary things happen, and it's
carried
looking inside, and you're like,
Carried away.
you're on the sidelines of crime, and then I would go to those cities, the people that it happened to, from an Amber Frey, let's say, from the Scott Peterson, to whoever. There's people whose life have changed.
Yeah.
Some actually became heroes. So
Sure.
it's really interesting, I think, and people are fascinated by true crime. That's why there's just so much of it on from these detective shows. NCIS, or then the real ones on Discovery Channel, and then there's 48 Hours. There's just so much.
I mean, everyone secretly is a detective. They're wondering about their coworkers and.
Well, yeah, with BTL, that guy bind, torture. That would be what's it? BT bind,
BTK
torture,
killer.
BTK. I always said that. It's not a joke, but I always said never give.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah. What was it called?
Yeah.
Bind, torture, kill. Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like, and that was the media. When you label someone, it's like they're going to just go in these directions because they give.
Like it gets in their head.
It's like, okay, I'm going to be the KFC killer. I'll kill someone and put him in a bucket.
Yeah.
Or the RSVP killer.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you, but I'll give you a later date.
Yeah, thank you, director. Thank you for the direction. I needed it.
It could go. The ADD killer, he's killing you,
Oh,
he forgets about it.
yeah.
I don't know. Don't label these people.
it's like the Craigslist killer.
Alpha,
Oh, you guys are
alpha.
giving me an idea.
There was a guy
there
that Craig
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There
but yeah.
was.
I always thought that.
Did
Can
have
you imagine
eBay.
all these serial killers that are out there? This is just a joke. You guys can tell me what's funny. Can you imagine a serial killer conference at some hotel? Because I go to these conferences, it's like, hey, has anybody seen
my
Bill, the
God.
concierge? Anybody? I see what's going on here. I go, why does Keith have 15 domino shirts in his room? He's got 15 domino pizza shirts
God, yeah.
in his
Concierge
room.
is missing.
The Domino Killer. That's what he
A
is.
serial killer conference. You got to be there.
That would be fun.
Oh, wow.
I think it's
That's
funny because I like the dark jokes,
Dark
you know.
sitcom.
Yeah.
But I could see how it could be like.
And keep in mind, podcast and radio poke. These are just
these
jokes.
are just jokes.
Please,
Yeah.
Kidding.
But it's kind of people. The media actually. The media is responsible for almost everything. That goes, back then we didn't really have that so much social media in '94. But you look at now.
But now it's like too much.
Addiction. Well, yeah, and it influences people at a certain age. And I think, the shootings that happen. Can you imagine the kids, or the bullying, and whatever goes on?
Yeah.
And if you're not have a good base in your body of it's nothing, sticks and stones will break my bones, names will never hurt me. But that's no longer true, I think. I think names obviously are really hurting people, and there's revenge.
Well, the school shootings really get to me because, there's school shootings all the time, and only certain of them hit the news. You know what I mean? Like the big ones. And the ones that do hit the news, they find out that there's a form of autism with the shooter. So then the media labels people with autism as people who have, and I have autism, and it's like, that's totally not true at all, it's just a coincidence.
Right.
So, like, it really does hurt my feelings when, people make shooting jokes like, oh, he's autistic, don't give him a gun, you know what I mean? It's like,
and there's different complete forms of autism.
Yeah.
Like there's and I don't know, you would know, but autism.
There's like 7 forms of it.
Yeah, and there's isn't there what, like the accountant with Ben Affleck? That was what was created to.
He had a form of autism and Asperger's. Yeah. And that was a great movie.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Yeah.
And so, let me ask you a question about that. So, because I was just in a city with this wonderful woman whose son was autistic, but to a degree where there's no talking, and he's not developing and not developing.
How old
past,
was the son?
Not past a 4-year-old level, or whatever. Yes, I don't know. I think he's 9 or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know what level that is, but he's autistic.
Yeah.
She said, and so what happened in your case?
And
What is?
like,
I mean, talking to you, obviously, unless you say it to me or someone doesn't know, no one knows. You're just a regular dude.
Well, when I was growing up, I was like that kid. I was very nonverbal, and I always got made fun of. But I was quiet. I was like Ben Affleck, quiet, just, staying, doing the work and stuff. But I always got made fun of for not being able to catch up and, go to parties and all that stuff. And honestly, stand-up comedy saved me, because I went to an open mic. I remember thinking, I was like, why is everyone making fun of me? Am I funny or something? So I did an open mic, and I won Joke of the Night, and that's how I got comedy. So, and the more I did it, the more verbal I became. And that, comedy's really made me a verbal person.
So that can actually, you think that can actually get rid of it? Or
it won't get rid of it, because there's still some times where I'm, very awkward and stuff, but it will definitely help me,
And you took medication? Is there medicines for the?
No, I don't.
Medications?
I mean, I take a medicine for depression, but I don't take any medicine for that. I don't think.
I don't know why, because you don't seem like you can do the rest either.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like
sure, you can't.
Yeah,
but
so comedy saved me. It's definitely.
Talk about
Theo.
I'm so depressed.
Yeah.
Theo's taking something.
But no, that would be my advice: is have the kid find something that they really enjoy, and it'll help them.
It's in the city. The mom is just pure loving. So I know that they're doing everything. For this and.
So, but I mean, it is sad, but it's also beautiful too.
Yeah, and then you realize at what age, or your parents realize it at a certain age for you?
I was diagnosed on March 10th, 1999. I remember that date because
my birthday's March 9th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, now I know that. But I remember that date because that was the day the Los Angeles Lakers traded Eddie Jones for Glenn Rice, and I was so sad because Eddie Jones was my favorite player. And my dad's like, oh, it's okay, Asperger's, it's normal. I was like, no, the Lakers traded Eddie Jones.
Oh, that was it.
It devastated me.
To Charlotte or something, right?
Yeah, to the Charlotte Hornets.
But then again, Glenn Rice had a great career, I think.
But Eddie Jones was better.
Was he? Did he do anything?
Yeah, he was with Eddie Jones, Shaq, and Kobe. That would have brought way. And then if you got Phil Jackson the following year, Jones was way faster. He was a better defender, but than Rice was. Rice was injured too.
Yeah, he knows the stuff. Yeah.
So
I follow the Milwaukee Bucks. So,
Who was your favorite Milwaukee Bucks player?
Now or now the Greek Freak obviously is fantastic. I think, but
did you like Ray Allen?
I loved Ray Allen, but I loved you don't remember this, is older. Brian Winters went to UCLA, so he was sort of that hip guy with the cool hair, like this male model shooting threes, and just amazing player. So I think growing up, and I went to a lot of the games when I was living in Milwaukee, so I saw that, and then I got the satellite dish and watch him now. So the Greek Freak, but like I said, I'm
too.
very, very, very tough on the sports there. I said, Jason Kidd, I said, this guy is awful. Get rid of him. And
Really?
I keep
You don't
posting
like
it.
him as a coach?
Oh, he's fired. He should have been fired.
He
2
got
years
fired?
ago. Yeah,
When?
like a month ago.
Oh, I haven't been following this.
Yeah, well, you got to. I follow Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So, and then I very much the Badgers have 2 guys in. They're done, and it's just all depressing stuff. When I go through a depression.
Yeah.
Like, if the Packers lose, I don't know. If, I go through a Sunday. I can't be around people because I'm at my ugliest, and I really don't want to have that side of people knowing that I'm really. I hate it that a sport can take over my life of. Just seeing it, I go, oh my God, I got to wait another year now, and you got to wait another year. It's like
me and the
You're
Jets,
passionate
man.
about it.
yeah. I wish, and I have this passion. I can't get rid of it, which is good and bad.
Yeah. But it's like me and the Jets, you know. It's like they're never gonna win. It's like
Actually, they will. I don't know when.
Theo and I are just into wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm
Together.
a Vikings fan.
There you go. You're
Well, you guys
there you
did-
go.
We got soaked. That was another one
There you go.
next year. That was a tragedy.
Well, you guys actually were lucky to get that far with that last second pass. So, and it was
The Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah. So it kind of went in your favor for that at that time, but it was just Philadelphia's turn.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
stars are aligned.
I was thinking of a great idea for a sitcom with you and me. All right, I'm gonna pitch it to you.
Okay.
All right.
I love it.
All right.
You don't talk, and I talk.
Exactly. But here's the thing. So, Kato, you're the celebrity, and you need a new assistant, right? So you hire an assistant, but you want to hire like through job companies that hire autistic people, you know, because you want to do good and you want to bring out your great image, you know, stuff like that. So you hire me. And I just totally ruin your life by accident.
I think it starts out there by me having a typo and it says artistic.
Yeah, exactly.
And I go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then I start hiring these girls in bikinis going, really not artistic, but I like it. And then you come in as saying, no, I'm autistic. I said, I don't care. These girls can't even type.
There you go.
Exactly.
Let's get you and ruin my life. I love
I like
it.
this.
Yeah.
I like this.
And then like people will be like, you know, they'll like, because you know we both have blonde hair and stuff. You know, they'll be like, Kato, did you gain weight? I was like, oh, he's over there.
Nah. Start writing it.
Yeah, let's do it. And
Sounds
we
good.
could film a pilot. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who to pitch it to, but I mean, I think it'd be really funny.
Yeah, I love it.
That's nice
when
idea.
growing up as a kid just watching TV, I just said to myself, I said, the only thing I want to do in life is be a game show host. I
Yeah.
want to be a game show host. I just want to have happy around me all the time. You make them better. When they walk in, they win a gift. Everybody's so happy.
Yeah.
They want to, they have these game shows, and now Ellen's got a show, Steve Harvey.
That's right.
But you got to have these big names to get it. But I really think there's a...
You could definitely do a game show.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
so much stuff happening right now. Who knows? When you sign NDAs, you can't say it, which I
Oh
hate.
yeah, yeah.
No.
So all these, I've got like 3 NDAs signed. I'm like, I just want to talk to people about these things. But you can't because you can get sued. And that costs money.
When Norm did the show, we asked him about his book, and he was like kind of hesitated, like he didn't know if he could say it. And then he's like, "Well, no one's probably listening." So
Did you say it?
he said when it was going to come out. Yeah, but I mean,
It's out, though,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
it was a great book. Yeah,
Who published it?
I have no idea. Harper, I think. Harper.
Oh, wow, it's big time.
Collins. Yeah, but it was
Someone asked me if I would accept an advance from HarperCollins, and I said, I'm not gay, but he's cute. Hey, I'm trying these out tomorrow. I'm trying these tomorrow.
There you go.
You should.
I like
should.
that. I
I'm
like
doing
that.
a show tonight in Huntington. You should come and try them out tonight.
I would love to do that, but I have got about 15 things I've got to do today
Oh,
before tomorrow. Actually, it's funny. I don't know how you prep for the comedy stuff. That I've been to. It's like when you host, it's so much better than for me.
Right.
Because not so much because I can pass the baton and get someone else if something bombs, but I get to be on stage to. Just to have fun with the people and talk to them, and that's what I really want to be. It's not so much. I write probably something every day. And yesterday, I said, okay, I'm going to try all these things. About 7 pages of like jokes, and I thought, oh, this is kind of funny. And I always got to do the OJ stuff in the beginning, and I don't want to lose because I got to tell people who I am.
Yeah,
and
I think how that
if
feels.
they tell me, if they say Kato's hosting, so I see it's all over social media, you have to address that. So I do, and then I can break into the jokes that like that because I do
It's
the
a
whole
cool
Kim
hook.
Kardashian.
It's a cool hook.
Yeah.
It's kind
It's
of
an
like
automatic deal for you.
yeah.
Yeah, I always kind of say, I know when you're thinking comedy, everybody thinks, if you think comedy, think Kato Kaelin or think Double Homicide. It's it's sort of, but it's not one of the jokes I do. But
Yeah.
people are thinking, because
right.
it's really tough is when you're with certain comics that if you're at a show and that comic before you knows you're there, and it's happened a lot when they just
start up.
They just destroy me before I go up. Oh no, it's happened like 5, and I almost want to cry because I don't know you, and they say some really, really mean things, like sort of like that joke.
Yeah.
Of that, it's like, oh God, no.
Sure.
And so they already got the audience kind of like,
warmed
we
up.
hate Kato or whatever, but you got to go up there and just
Sure.
be Kato.
Yeah.
Because I've got the only competition is really myself. And I really, really support everybody in arts. Anybody does comedy. I really never wish ill will on anybody. I don't think I ever have.
Yeah.
And so I'm
cool.
always supportive.
Yeah.
And it's like, so when someone, one comedian that recently passed away, who I love and all that, he destroyed me one day, and I was just. I couldn't, for that day, it was like, oh no, why is he saying these terrible things about me? But
I think people will just do it in the moment to be funny because I know how that felt. Like I wasn't a witness on it, you know, but with my Asperger's, like people know me as the autistic comedian. Like there's nothing I could change about that because I have autism and I talk about it in my act. But I know the feeling of like when people will try and make autistic jokes, to have, especially before they'll be like tell jokes to. So when I go up, I have nothing to tell them who I am, and like it's like okay,
but
because you already got that mindset that they are, like I said, shooters or whatever.
Yeah, but for you, in my opinion, like when I saw you performing and all that, I just think, and I see the crowd around it, no matter what, you can feel the best part about you going up there. I know you got to feel everybody's like acceptance. I love this guy.
Sure.
I don't think anybody would ever have you go on stage and not make fun or anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of in your favor, not having Artsperger, but what is it called?
Asperger's syndrome.
Asperger. It's like a cheese out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We
I
got
think
that.
the guy was from Wisconsin.
That's give me some Eisberger. Can I get the sharp Eisberger, please? Isn't it sound like I'm from there? It's like all these Eisberger. Yeah,
Delicious.
Eisberger, 2 of them now.
Delicious.
The
Sounds
guy was a
delicious. Put on my
doctor. His name was Hans, actually. The guy who made Asperger's, his first name was Hans.
Hands.
Asperger.
Yeah.
That's Asperger.
Was
Boy,
it
that's
Hands? Because that's Spicoli was Mr. Hand.
Yeah, I think he was like Russian or something, but his very first name was Hans, and like that's,
He discovered it.
yeah, like he diagnosed it, and he made it a medical term and all that stuff. So Hans
last
Asperger, yeah. So, but it's kind of funny that his first name was Hans.
Hands is hysterical.
Yeah.
Hands sounds like a better one for the name of it. Hands.
Yeah,
Call
I
it-
got Hands.
I got what's that thing? I got ouch.
Yeah, I got Hands.
Ouch! That's the name of my thing. Ouch! God darn it! I can't remember Eisberger. Just call it ouch, or hey, or quit it.
I got Kato.
I got Kato on that one. I like that. Yeah, Hands. That's a great one in Germany. It's a collector's item.
But like that. I mean, whenever I see you, you're always so positive, and you bring a lot of joy to people. So that's one of the great things about you.
I love that. Thanks so much, and I hope so because that's what I want to bring to people. I always think you do the thing. You always go to a place you want to leave it better. So I feel
Beautiful.
like that's
a great
the goal, even if I'm bombing.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the best thing about having Asperger's is you can't tell when you're bombing. You just can tell when everyone tells you sucked. Like Greg Dean, take my classes.
Take my classes at the end. Well, he said you're really good. Take my classes.
I think
It was
he's just
sort of
trying to sell me, and I didn't want to brag and say, I don't know if you know this, but I opened for Norm and Jeremy Hotz. I don't need to take your classes.
Oh my God.
And he says, "Let me get Norm's number."
Oh, that's a lot of people would do.
Are you opening? Do you go to Vegas to open ever?
I did Vegas with him in January.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so he's rough in Vegas because he kills it, and then he's like, all right, let's go to the casino. So like,
I've been to Vegas many times with Norm.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the gambling on the horse races. He likes the horse races.
Oh, really?
The horses. Wow.
So,
Yep. No, gambling's bad. I play poker every. Gambling is not a winning. Oh boy, I hate it.
Do you like doing golf tournaments for celebrity golf tournaments?
Yeah, I do about 5. I've emceed about every year. I MC about 3 of them. So I love going to the golf. The one I'm going to April 26th and 7th is the greatest one ever. It's for Bill Murray. So it's the Bill Murray golf tournament. It's the slam dunk best one ever.
The best one?
Best one I've been to. It's just so much fun. It's at St. Augustine. If you don't golf, that's the Golf Hall of Fame. They put you up at the greatest places, and they just take care of you for 4 days there. Yeah, and it's you don't sleep, and that the only bad thing is the 3-hour difference. Again, you do not sleep. Yeah, it's continuous events. I mean, you kind of have your own agenda, but you have to go to the golf event, obviously. But it's fun, and there's 9 Murray brothers. Yeah, because my uncle, he's actually my adopted uncle. He's not my blood-related uncle, but he has a celebrity golf tournament every year, and I go volunteer every year. And it's like everyone loves golfing, and they play with the celebrities, but they pay like sometimes $5,000, $10,000 just to play with the celebrity. Always, yeah. That's how they make the money for the charity. Yeah, sure. And then they're playing with a football player, and you don't even know who they are, because I don't know football. Yeah. But like I have a lot of whole funny golf stories where the celebrities are like, trying to make them better golfers. Yeah, I meet the football guys too. I go, you look so familiar. You put a helmet on. Oh yeah, I know who you are. You're the 62, number 62. Packers, you ruined my night last week. Yeah, the events are. I go and I usually bring. If I'm in a relationship, I bring the girl I'm with, but otherwise, no, I bring a buddy, and we just the entire time laugh and just have the best time of our life. Well, you should do the Patrick Warburton one next year. I think that's in Palm Springs. Yeah. I think I've called for Patrick. Yeah, he does. I do the St. Jude. He's part of the St. Jude one. Is Jude they do one in. I don't know the name of the course. It's up Simi Valley or something. But and great. That's the one I'm talking about. So I've done that a few times. Yeah, Patrick's is my stepdad's best friend. So like growing up, we've always called him Uncle Pat. And when he did the golf tournament, I was like, oh, this is cool. And you would be great on it. He did the. He's trying to pitch you to get you on it. Oh yeah, it was like my show. You can caddy. I'm bad at pitching. Our new show is You're My Caddy. There you go. I just missed that hole in one by 6 strokes. Have you ever got a hole in one? Yeah, one time. Oh yeah. I was actually with the guy I was with is on Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's Jeff Davis. I don't know Jeff, but I did at DeBell. Right. At DeBell in Burbank. We're goofing off. We golf every so often together. He's great, funny guy. And then I became good friends with Ryan Stiles. And Ryan has his own golf tournament up in Bellingham, Washington. And that one is slam dunk fun. It's just you get great people. It's just a lot of fun, and everybody wants to have fun. Have you ever won a car on the hole on one? No, like they do those contests. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, a lot of pressure. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure because one year I was volunteering, and this guy Dr. Gadget. Have you ever heard of him? Is that an actor? No, he was the celebrity. His name was Dr. Gadget. I mean, I thought there was a cartoon. Yeah, I do too. I don't. Yeah, but his name was Dr. Gadget. Well, anyways, I said, okay, if you get a hole-in-one, you get the free car because I was the prize, but the celebrities don't get the car. But, I've never heard of them, so I didn't do it. So, I'm wearing a shirt that says staff, so, it seems like I can do this stuff. So he hits it, and the ball was, so close, and I'm thinking, don't go in because I don't know if I could approve this, And it was literally there's the hole, there's the ball. You've got to be kidding me. I was like, oh, thank God. I actually the tournament I did see. I did a guy by the name of Tony Saragusa. You know the Goose? Yeah. Goose played for the Ravens Super Bowl year. Anyways, he has a tournament with Dan Marino and just every big football name came. A lot of celebrities on the East Coast. So we're at Foxwoods Casino at the golfing at their golf tournament. Goose hits a ball, hits a tree. It's raining outside. Hits a tree, hits another tree, and I'm not kidding. He rolls in the hole. He wins the Hummer and $100,000. But it's his charity. Wow. So he just gave it right back. But he actually hit the hole in one. Yeah. So you say hit 2 trees. I'm not kidding. It was pouring rain. It's when you go to the East Coast sometimes you get the summer rain and you're like, oh God, it's good. We're gonna golf in the rain. But It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for the kids. It's for the kids.
That's what they always say. It's for the kids.
It's for the kids here. So-
Okay, before we head out, do you have anything coming up that you want to promote?
Well, tomorrow, if anybody's coming out tomorrow, I'm in Temecula. Oh God, can somebody? It's on Facebook. Go to Kato Kaelin.
It's with Rocky Osborne. I know
Rocky Osborne and Melissa Greenberg.
Yeah.
And I don't know the comedian. It's on, but anyways, come on down. It's for the Yellow Ribbon Foundation.
Temecula. Yeah.
And Temecula is great.
It's gonna be awesome.
Wine
Great
country.
place, great city.
And please follow me on Instagram at Kato_Kaelin, Kaelin. If you're listening in Cleveland, I'm there on Wednesday through Monday of next week. So that's the 1st, March 1st through the 5th. And wait, there's more. That's Wizard World Comic Con.
Oh, I like that.
This other stuff. Oh yeah, I just.
You should do the Long Beach Comic Con.
I did a. Oh no! Wizard World is the largest traveling one. We don't do California. We have Sacramento. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be in Portland next week after that. Cleveland. Wow. But and I just booked a film, and I'll start shooting that in April also.
Yeah,
so
man.
Yeah, we'll see. There's always, you know what? I'm not going to wood because there's so much. I got all these things that I can't talk about yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
And then you got the Keith Reza sitcom coming up.
Keith, start writing it. You're people want to meet you.
And Alan Lee's thriller.
My thriller, my
Alan, Theo, you're gonna.
Theo's gonna.
Dude,
Theo.
you're the you placed in the contest.
That's right.
I'm on my way. I'm actually going to be in Keith's sitcom too. So
You were in.
You guys are all in this thing, and even the guy that gave me the water out there.
Sam, the director, he's like,
Oh, Sam's the guy with the numbers up?
Yeah.
He's coming too.
Is Sam listening right now?
no, he does. I think he gave up listening on the shows like 2 episodes in.
He gave me water, then he put his hand on my knee. I was like, hey. Sam did. He put his hand on my knee and said,
wow.
"You look so good in person." I said, I hear sometimes, not to get cocky, people go, "You kind of look like Brad Pitt with the glasses on." I go, "I'm Brad Pitt's brother. I'm Armpit." I go, quick imitation. This is Detective Benjamin Button. Detective Benjamin Button. I'm getting too young for this shit.
Oh, kiddo.
Right.
I love using that one. That's great.
You gotta use that in Temecula.
Yes.
I love that. Temecula, Brad Pitt. It's a good reference, right?
Oh, God. Thanks so much, Kato. That was awesome.
Thank you very much. Don't live with OJ anymore. I live behind Bill Cosby's. Hey, that's my opening. Now that I'm telling you my jokes, he can throw a party. Hey, Bill, what'd you give these girls? They're everywhere. Stop it. You guys are great.
Oh, God. That was
fantastic.
awesome.
It'll be great.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Follow Kato on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Kato.
What is it, Kato?
Kato
__ Kaelin.
Kaelin.
Kaelin. Vowels are 250.
Ah.
Love it. Thanks so much. You got a great show.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you,
And,
Kato Kaelin. Yes.
Awesome. And follow the show
Yes.
on iTunes and all that stuff. Rate and review us. We desperately need the 5 stars. And
Take those 5 stars.
yeah, and
I'm sure
one
you
more
do.
time for Kato, man.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Kato
See you guys.
Kaelin.
See you. Love it.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
You're listening to Reza Riffs.